Hello guys, welcome back to AWMFX. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all good night, no matter where you are. Hopefully you guys out there are doing great, earning a lot of money from the market, of course, taking great care of your health, your family health, everyone around you. Alright, so I want to share analysis, alright, just analysis that actually has passed, alright, which you can actually refer in future, right, for your trading. So it's actually GBP JPY. It was actually very fantastic. Right, so I go for a little bit high time frame just to let you know what is happening. All right, so basically some of you guys knew that I already did share some of the videos on the sell trade, but eventually what happens right here is that reading the trend is extremely important. All right, reading the trend is extremely important. So if you're able to recognize, all right, you guys able to recognize the price on H4, actually the price has broke the structure. All right, it has already broke the structure. So what does it mean? It means that this movement right here, we go to daily for a moment, you can see that it's either going to retrace, all right, it's either going to retrace or it's going to turn uptrend. All right, it's going to turn uptrend, but this is for daily and H4. All right, so with this information, you know yourself there is a huge area for you to trade, especially if you look at the daily. Yeah, if you look at the daily, let me get this out for this moment. We have the zone. Of course, if you know how to define the supply and demand zone, all right, that will be the best. We have a zone. We have one demand zone right here, a very nice demand zone, and we have the range of trading. Right, this is something that I wanted to share with you guys. It's always important, all right, it's always very important to, as a human being, all right, we are a logical sense human being, we must know how to evaluate our trades. All right, let's assume that the trades only give you let's say 80 pips, all right, and it's very close to a danger zone. All right, so are you going to go into the buy trade? All right, you need to ask yourself, are you willing to take the risk or not? All right, if you are not willing to take the risk, what is the reason? All right, or maybe if you're going to take the trade, what is your reason? So we always know, or we always must understand our risk. We must evaluate our problems. All right, so in this sense, it has a range of around 357 pips, which is, for me, I consider quite a lot of area of potential for the price to grow. All right, so as the price reaching the demand zone right there, all right, so we already have the information that it broke the structure. It might be a pullback, so it might be a continuous uptrend. All right, so we have the trend on our side. All right, now we have the information of a high time frame of a demand zone. Now we go to 1 hour. All right, this is what actually happens. All right, so if you look at it, the arrow still at the same area. The price went up. All right, so what information can you get as the price coming down is that you can see, in fact, the price is moving down very slowly. All right, very slowly until this stage. It gave you, from here start onwards, it gives you the compression. All right, the compression movement, where if you know how to do the mapping of a supply and demand, you can actually notice that there is not much supply zone left. All right, there's not much supply zone left, so it means that the price is actually compressing to move further upwards. All right, to move further upwards. It may be like a spring. You imagine you're playing the pinball, right, those arcade machine. So when you pull the spring and then you release the ball, the harder you pull the spring, the more acceleration the ball will be. All right, it's the same concept right here. So as the price reaching down to this area, all right, actually we are going into the daily zone, right, daily demand zone. We need to understand, all right, we need to understand, always look for setups. All right, always look for setups possible. All right, setups that you guys already know that with a QML. All right, it may be hidden, sometimes it may be hidden. All right, so what happens is that I figure out this QML right here. If you guys able to notice it, maybe I'm gonna do some replay. Just a moment for you guys to see. In lower time frame, it'll be even more obvious. All right, so most of the time, traders, all right, they tend to have this problem. All right, if you are too frequent looking at the sell QML, right, when I present to you the buy QML, you may get a little bit confused, or you may need sometimes to look through it. Okay, so that is the problem. So how are you going to overcome this problem? Very easy. You need to look at it more. All right, you need to practice it more. Just like example like me, right? I do not know how to differentiate between which types of dogs, right? Even a simple breed of dogs, there is many different types there. So I need to look, or should I say, I need to expose myself more. All right. So same with the pattern. I'm not saying that the charts looks like a dog, but the concept is there. So every time we have a QML on a buy, you need to understand, and you need to look at it more. All right, so that you're able to spot it in an instance. All right, so in a low time frame is very obvious. It's getting even obvious. You can see we have a simple structure, 1 2 3. All right, then the price goes up. So we go back to H1. All right, in H1 you can, now I believe you guys are able to spot it. And in this type of trades, all right, in this type of trades is actually very simple and very straightforward. Okay, so if you are unsure about the zones, all right, you can actually take 2 candlestick. All right, you can take 2 candlestick and then take it to the lowest point. But make sure one thing, all right, this is one of the important things I want to deliver today. Make sure that you understand the range of the zone. Okay, example like here, this is around 21 pips. All right, so are you comfortable trading GBP JPY 21 pips? Are you comfortable with that? Right, you must have a comfortable level. It may be the minimum range, the minimum range and the maximum range. You must have that. So I may give you example. All right, I trade gold a lot, so my range of trading goals is between 10 pips. I won't go anything less than 10 pips. Even my zone is less than 10 pips. I will try to widen it more than 10 pips. All right, around 10 pips. And the maximum range I will go is 27 pips, or 27 to 28 pips, around there. All right, anything more than that, I'll feel not comfortable. I may leave the trade out. All right, I rather sit and look at it rather than risk a part of my accounts. All right, so as a trader, you must know this important information. All right, and you must know how to evaluate it. So in this case, if you are not comfortable with the zone, all right, you can take the whole 2 candlestick, because if you look at it, this candlestick right here is a significant rise, right? And it's actually a candlestick with a good power, or should I say, is a good momentum that breaks the structure. All right, if you are comfortable or you are trading very well, you can actually lower your zones into this area, or maybe into this area. Okay, so it depends on how you define your supply and demand zone. Right, for me, I have a way. All right, I believe I'm gonna put a link on the right hand corner right there, so that you guys are able to identify know my way of identifying the supply and demand zone. So when we have all this information with us, all right, when we have all this information with us, what we need to do is just wait for the price. All right, just need to wait for the price to come back into the zone, because if you look at it, what we have is that we have the trend with me, I have the higher time frame zone with me, and I have the price action on H1 with me, and of course I have a setup. All right, QML setup with me. So everything is actually in line. All right, everything is in line. So it's only up to you. Are you willing to pull the trigger? All right, are you willing to pull the trigger? So realistically, the price actually has went up a lot into this area. So realistically, what we usually do, all right, is that we advise the students to take profit at an appropriate level. All right, at appropriate level, because you do not know what will happen in the next event. All right, so where is the appropriate level? It may be a little bit small, or should I say it's a little bit little to you guys, but to me it's actually sufficient, because I have a way of money managing that I can accumulate more money, all right, more profit, all right, in that way. So what happens is that in this case, usually I will advise the students to take the profit at this level. All right, at this level. Okay, reason is that because this is also a supply zone. All right, this is a supply zone. There is a tendency, of course, the price may react with it and then came back down and then push through it. All right, but nevertheless, we take the first profit, full profit, then we look for other opportunity at lower time frame and look forward for another buy. Why? Is because once the price tap into this zone it has considered consumed, and now it has cleared the path for us to move even higher. All right, so you need to build up the story, you need to look through things slowly. All right, so nevertheless, if this is your trade, all right, you took this trade right here, you will have a very for me, I feel that it's a quite good risk reward ratio. All right, but it depends on your appetite. Some people they want it more, some people they want it feel that it's okay. So 1 to 7, around 1 to 7. If you look at it, I actually widen a little bit due to the spread. So it's 1 to 7 type of risk reward ratio trade. A simple movement, a simple analysis. All right, important is that you must know the big story. All right, so the second tips I want to share with you right here is that always switch around time frame. All right, high time frame, lower time frame. All right, but you must understand one thing. Okay, how the time frame works. If you don't know how the time frame works, it will give you a problem. Okay, once you understand or you get your sweet spots on switching between time frames, you will get all these kind of trades, all the movement, all the direction very fast. All right, so for those who are interested to join me for the mentorship, today will be the last day of the registration. All right, so for those who not afford to join the mentorship, don't worry about that. We'll still gonna produce a lot of good videos for you guys. All right, so if you like the videos I did for you, do give me a thumbs like and do subscribe to the channel. So thank you very much everyone for watching. Bye.